Okay, this will be an interesting one. If we can make it look good, we'll see how we go with it. It's a little bit tricky, I think, size-wise. I haven't done one like this for a while, with this kind of size. It's really tiny. Let's see, we're going to make it 400 for this. Going to lighten it off. Wondering the contrast is going to remain as is. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here, it's really small. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This came on a flyer from work, from my job. So let's see if we can make it look any good. See if we can make it look really nice as far as Christmas shit goes. I don't feel like celebrating Christmas, to be honest. I'm not with my loved one, so I find it very hard to be festive. It's like everyone has to put on their festive face no matter how sad they are or how lonely they are, which is a real problem in many ways. You know, but people seem to have to fucking robotically observe Christmas, or else they're not fucking a part of life. It's just so sad that Christmas has become a robotic thing to be observed rather than something that you truly feel from your heart. People just have to fucking celebrate it. You know, people at Woolworths have to wear their Christmas shirts while they're serving people. You know, it's like, fuck, you know, forcing it on them, you know. I'm pretty sure someone told me that they're told to wear them, you know, that management expects them to wear it. They didn't say management, but I did ask someone if they had to wear them, and I think it's a typical capitalist observation of this supposedly sacred celebration. But it's become a money fucker's paradise. Paradise for retailers, so people spend more money on shit. Anyway, this is looking shit house, folks. I think I'm going to enlarge it first and then move it. But basically, it's all about money. It's all down to the money again. It always is, and it's like everything is about money. You can't run away from capitalism. It wants you. It wants your soul. It wants your heart, mind. It doesn't want to let you go. It wants you to worship money and to worship consumerism. Fuck that, bitches. No. I'll buy what I fucking want to buy, where I want to buy, and when. I don't let anyone tell me otherwise. No fucking capitalist is going to tell me how and when and where to spend my fucking money, bitches. I fucking hate yous all, you fucking pigs. You fucking rich people. Go to hell, sluts. Go take your Christmas cheer and stick it where the sun don't fucking shine. Ugh, fuck, I hate it. But I like taking the piss out of it, folks. Whatever this bitchiness takes us, you know, folks. This love of money just consumes the fucking world. The world is heating up because of it, folks. Climate change. You just got to buy your stuff when you want to buy it and how you want to buy it. Don't fucking listen to the retailers tell you otherwise. You don't want the retailers controlling you any more than they have to. You know, you just got to do your own thing, folks. Be yourselves. Be who you were supposed to be. Concentrate on what you're talented at. And if you have to buy something because your talent requires it, like a musical instrument, for example, that's where you spend the money. Even though you can't always avoid consumerism. I mean, look at this photocopier. There are no photocopiers designed the way they should be, so unfortunately I have to make a compromise and buy from a dirty big multinational, Konica Minolta. So I couldn't escape that, but basically, if you can escape it and just buy what you need for your talent, for your abilities, so you can perform. That's what I needed this damn photocopier for, to help me do what I'm doing. Otherwise I wouldn't have a photocopier, folks, if I didn't use one of these big multinational companies, unfortunately, folks. And I've had some issues with this machine, like mechanical noises, toner cartridge not being able to come out, be pulled out easily. So, you get problems with this stupid equipment, but basically, unfortunately for me, I have to do that. I have to use this equipment. I can't really avoid the consumerist, well, it's not a consumer product as such. We're going to leave it at 100. I'm trying to work out what to do with this. This is shit. This is looking shit. Wondering what we're going to do with this. But yeah, you just have to somehow restrict what you buy for consumerism. You got to try to just be yourself and only buy the things that you need for your talent, like musical instruments or paints or pencils for drawing and artists. You got to focus on what you're good at, and you got to focus your spending on those things, not just buying something because it looks good or because it's trendy or because the advertisement told you to buy it. You got to basically just be restrictive with selective with what you buy. You got to think smart. You got to buy smart. You got to be smart with how should I put it? You got to think whatever. Sorry, folks. I just get tongue-tied. I just get so angry at the world, folks. I do. I get very frustrated. The way the world has become. It's become so overly consumerist, and it's just so annoying to see it happening all the time, and to see people being gullible, being sucked into by the advertising and shit. The stuff that really stinks. The advertising, and I just don't have any fucking patience anymore, folks. I know I'll probably simmer down once I get married, but I just see this shit all the time, and it just pisses me. Now, this is not working very well, this particular piece. It doesn't look all that great. I'm actually thinking we're going to make this into a mirror image. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know why I bothered with this piece of shit. I'm wondering if one of the older pieces looks better or something. Maybe we can just go back and try again. Another piece. Maybe we can reverse the image. Maybe we can do a negative positive. This is a shit. I don't know. I knew this piece was going to be a piece of shit. A piece of consumerist shit. Oh no, I got it from work. This is not off a piece of consumerist crap, actually. But it just reminds me of the fact that we're living in a very highly consumerist world, and we get consumed by our own consumerism, folks. And it's just not a very pretty world we live in, with all this climate change and droughts and shit weather around the world. It's really difficult trying to accept that this has now become part and parcel of living in this world. All these erratic weather changes and shit. Ice caps are melting, glaciers are melting, whatever, it's happening. And so many people don't believe in climate change, and it's usually those fucking idiots who consume too much. They're fucking idiots, and the fucking corporations and making shit, making our world into a piece of shit. Anyway, I'm thinking this is actually a lot better. This is quite a nice coloration for this. So we're going to use that as our master copy. So finally we've found something good in this piece of Christmas cheer. I mean, the workplace I work in is good. It's not perfect. I'm sure it could probably do with some environmental, well, it's hard to avoid because we do process materials from large corporations, so you can't really choose your customers who come through this sheltered workshop that I work in. You can't always avoid it. We have a company that manufactures photocopiers using our packaging services. It's just you can't avoid it because everything is just so tightly intertwined into this world. I can't choose, to do everything that I want to do and to follow my fucking, what I believe is right. It's so hard to accept that I have to deal with this company that makes photocopiers, and it makes those horrible little printers that I really fucking hate, those little what I call shit boxes and those cartridges. We process the cartridges for this company. I won't name the company, but basically we pack the cartridges for these horrible, cheap and nasty little printers and expensive ink cartridges. So we have to process this shit, and I don't believe in it because it's really bad for the planet, but I can't get out of it, folks. I have to work. I have to earn a keep for this. I'm so over this world and how we just can't choose to do what we feel is right all the time. One day there'll come a time when I will have my say in what I do and how things go. I will become a CEO of a photocopier company one day, and I will choose and I will do the right thing by the planet. I will do the right thing by the human race. I will make a difference for good, not for evil. I will do what is right, what I can, as much as I can. Make a lot of money and help people with the money and help the environment with the money. I don't have that freedom now, but I will one day, and I'm just preparing myself for it, folks, for the future of photocopiers, to manufacture things the way they should be manufactured. Less plastics, less pollution, no slave labour. Pay the workers what they're worth, beyond what they're worth. Make the workers happy to be at work, happy to be in the factory. Make it a happy factory. Not a fucking slave drivers like this shit. China and Vietnam, of course, they're countries where slaves are rife. That they accept being enslaved in a fucking factory. They don't say that this is slave labour, but you just get the feeling when you see the word China or the word Vietnam. It's third world, and these poor Chinese workers get exploited. No, that's not acceptable. When we build our photocopier, it's going to be made down under in Australia with proper wages. Not this fucking slave labour shit. No, I refuse. But this looks a bit curly, but that's actually quite nice. We've made something nice out of this difficult original. I think now we can call this demo quits.